TRCA's annual general meeting is a chance to look back at the year that was, the accomplishments made, the lessons learned, the strengthened relationships, and the positive impacts along the way. In my first few months as CEO and in my work with TRCA, I've come to appreciate the great work of TRCA over this past year. It's clear to me that it's a dedicated staff, volunteers, and funding partners who allow TRCA to fulfill our mission and mandate to protect the natural world and face the challenges of our growing region. I'm proud to lead this team. 2017 was another busy year for TRCA, with some firsts, some surprises, some beginnings, and some endings. There were so many examples of successful collaborations between TRCA and its many partners. Here are just a few. Early last spring, TRCA worked alongside the City of Toronto to protect shoreline lands from unprecedented lake levels. Even Meritori lent a hand, filling sandbags. In York Region, a 3-year project to protect the Patterson Creek sewer lines from eroding was successfully completed. In Peel, our young tree monitoring program continued to blossom, with budding arborist volunteers helping trees and shrubs thrive. And in Durham, the Deer Creek Gulf Stream Restoration Project allowed TRCA to carry out work on behalf of the province to improve water quality and quantity, fish habitat, including the endangered red-side dace population, and address issues of erosion bank instability. With support from our partners, TRCA is making a huge positive impact in the communities we serve. TRCA is making a real positive difference for the health and prosperity of our region. Here's a look at some of the achievements we've made together.
TRCA crews planted a record-breaking number of plants and shrubs in 2017, 4 million to be exact, a 43% increase from 2 years ago. Innovative and sustainable community projects by SNAP attracted national and international media attention in articles by the Federation of Canadian Municipalities and Washington-based Cityscope.org. Attendance doubled at the second annual Fat Bike Festival at Albion Hills, 350 visitors in total. The Living City Report Card, the 5-year update on the city region's environmental health, was released. There's been progress made, but still much work to be done. Toronto Pearson's installation of 32 electric vehicle charging stations was completed, thanks to the teamwork of partners in Project Green. TRCA hosted the annual Conservation Authority's Curling Bonspiel with 20 teams taking part. We brought home the honors of first and the worst, but all in good fun. Thanks to a Celebrate Ontario grant and Mountain Equipment Co-op, 2 all-terrain wheelchairs were purchased for use on Courtrai trails for those with mobility issues. 3 properties in Palgrave were graciously donated to TRCA by Douglas Reddington through the Ecological Gifts program run by Environment Canada. Doug was a founding member of TRCA in 1957. More than 100 people from 26 different organizations attended TRCA's annual Floods Happen workshop. TRCA partnered with Lake Simcoe Region Conservation Authority to protect the Region of York sanitary sewer infrastructure in Newmarket, addressing erosion issues, stabilizing channel banks, and allowing safe passage for fish in the waterway. Over $90,000 was raised for Bolton Camp at the Caledon Council Community Golf Tournament in September towards the Hub, a multi-purpose community space at the reimagined Bolton Camp. TRCA sold the small arms building that was originally used to make ammunition during the wars to the city of Mississauga, allowing for its restoration for future use as a community space. SNAP's horticulture and fruit tree care skills training programs yielded 26 residents actively involved in caring for San Romano Way's fruit trees, with some securing work in the horticulture field. With the help of partners in Project Green, a farmer, and the willingness of the Toronto Zoo, 120 tons of uneaten bamboo for China's visiting pandas were diverted from landfills and repurposed as a windbreak on a local co-op farm. The 5th annual Ontario Climate Change Symposium was held at York University, the largest and most successful one to date. The driving range at Bruce's Mill, in partnership with Meadowbrook Golf Course, opened to rave reviews by eager golfers this past season. Unprecedented high water levels on Lake Ontario galvanized TRCA and the City of Toronto to protect Toronto Island's infrastructure all summer, media coverage was significant. All levels of government announced $1.25 billion for the Donmouth Flood Protection Project, the largest project in TRCA's history. 4 significant provincial plans were released, which incorporated many TRCA comments to address stormwater management, watershed planning, and master environmental servicing planning. Partnering with the Ministry of Natural Resources and Forestry, TRCA launched a Learn to Fish program at Heart Lake Conservation Area. A new bridge was installed at Boyd Conservation Area, making for safer passage over the Humber River. TRCA hosted 3,200 day campers and 325 overnight campers at our field centers. TRCA partnered with Durham Mountain Biking Association, Green Durham, and the Oak Ridges Trail Association to host a celebration of the Great Trail at the East Duffins headwaters. A record number of 45,000 visitors took part in Canada 150 Canada Day celebrations at Albion Hills and Boyd Conservation Areas and Black Creek Pioneer Village. Generous donations of $155,000 from Precise Parklink, Castle Point Numa, and Greenwind Inc. benefited the village's fundraising campaign and educational programs. 60 young girls took part in the Girls Can Too eco-learning program at Bolton Camp. Guided by female professionals, they built benches and garden structures and planted hundreds of shrubs and plants. TRCA's environmental monitoring team proudly commissioned a brand new research vessel, the RV Ken Higgs. Built by Cantor Marine in just 5 months, the new vessel will carry out aquatic monitoring duties for decades to come. TRCA partnered with the City of Toronto to present Canada 150 Memento by Canoe, celebrating the Humber and Rouge Rivers. The City of Toronto's Executive Committee approved Ravine Strategy that TRCA contributed to. Another busy summer for students at the Boyd Archaeological Field School, uncovering the past and connecting to the present. Black Creek Community Farm and TRCA hosted a unique fundraising dinner featuring local food and local chefs, raising $11,000 for the farm's operation. Scarborough Waterfront Project draft environmental assessment was completed with no significant changes. The City of Toronto is beginning to review. Formal announcement was made in the fall for the transfer of provincial parkland to Parks Canada for the creation of the Rouge National Urban Park. Exciting discoveries at Tommy Thompson Park in 2017 included eastern screech owl, 2 least bitterns, and a river otter. Welcoming habitats at the Spit are attracting a variety of species. Valleywood Phase 2 trail connections were completed, including a new trail and a pedestrian bridge along the Etobicoke Creek Trail System in Caledon. TRCA paired with Evergreen Brickworks and Crazy Dames to present a curated art exhibit featuring artists' interpretations of the Living City report card. Heart Lake's fitness trail opened to encourage physical activity in a natural setting. After 44 years of protecting our natural world, Brian Denny bids farewell to TRCA.
Thanks for making 2017 the success it was. As we look to the future, critical developments are ahead. The update to the Conservation Authorities Act upholds the Conservation Authority's mandate and allows us to work more collaboratively with our partners into the future. I look forward to working with the team as we face these challenges. TRCA will work hard to help ensure changes to regulations continue to serve our communities as effectively as possible. We are also taking steps to ensure our organization is ready to support the new CA Act requirements. We are also undertaking an update to our strategic plan to make sure we remain responsive in the face of upcoming changes facing our region and beyond. By working in partnership with government and the communities we serve, I'm confident we'll achieve many shared successes in the years ahead.